Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to day 6 of my Knighthood play along series. Today, our goal is going to be trying to take out Lord Hideguard. We might not be able to get there just as it requires level 15, but we're going to be trying. Today on store, we got a little bit of working chest, getting gear up, and so on. Also, just to recap what has happened since last video, we've been starting to work on this side quest as we completed the last one of breaking the law, where it required us to level up a militia hero to level 8, which now we have Wormwood to level 10, but so on. So on today's list, we're going to be trying to opening a few chests just to see if we can get some better gear off the bat. See if we can improve ourselves going into the fight. So far nothing that really will help us yet. Now for the gem chest. So nothing that's really going to help us yet as we're going up against militia, but it was worth a chance. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of the daily quest off camera. I'm going to be start working a little bit more off camera just from the fact that we're losing a lot of ground that we could be gaining from the work off camera being done. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more off camera, doing some conquests, working more, clearing out the map. So we're going to be doing a little bit more off camera than what we were doing before, just as we're kind of falling behind on progress by not doing the work and saving it all for camera. I'll save the more important stuff for the recording, but we'll be working more off camera. So in there, we didn't receive any armor, which I was kind of hoping for. So we're going to come in here to our knight and do a few things. First off, we're going to get these legs up to level 10. Since we're getting to the point where we're going up against bosses that are not going to be as easy, we want to rank these up so they actually give us some armor. So we're going to get them up to level 10. But we're not going to use any like the more stones on them, and we can't even because they've reached their max level. The second thing is we're going to upgrade all our armor, as off camera we actually reached level 13. And then also you can see I have leveled up the body piece a little bit. The reason for that is actually in that quest that we're working on, it required you to upgrade a body armor to level 12. So we've reached that point, and now we want to look, and I'm going to show you. We've gotten Wormwood up to level 10. We've continued to level up all our heroes using the shrine, but we've kind of hit a little bit of a wall with that. So one thing that I want to focus on, though, is we're going to be keeping our eye out for a roaming monster. We actually have just got one, and we're actually going to be taking it out just for the fact that just because with the roaming monsters, it gives us a daily quest, which gives us 3,000 XP, which we really could use. So we're going to come in here, and it says we have a new weapon, or the 2 new weapons that we just received. We'll be working on leveling those up on a little bit later when we actually need them a little bit more, but for now on, we're going to wait out. As you guys can tell, I'm a little bit sick. I don't know. It's not the virus, hopefully, but just got a little bit of a runny nose. Nothing really else. So in this, we're going to just take it out normally. So we left that one with a little bit of health, so we got to go back and kill it. So we're going to come in here, swing 3 times, do as much damage, and then use Grim's ability to try to take him out. We didn't take him out, but we got the freeze off. In this, we're not going to really try to build up a rage. We're just going to try to put out as much damage as possible. As right now, we're just basically trying to complete the achievement over anything else. So there we go. We have completed the we've completed the first stage of 2. So in roaming monsters, there's 2 stages. The first stage will just be normally just normal enemies, but the second stage will have the boss that you are fighting. So in the back on the screen now, we can actually See there, right in the middle, is the boss that we're fighting. He is the mage. So he will have a lot more health than anyone else that we're fighting here. Because he is the boss of the level. He will be the strongest, do the most damage, and have the most health. So if you can, take them out as quick as possible. So we're going to take him, and we're going to actually attempt to freeze him with Grim, which we actually got. So with that, that stops him from doing super amount of damage. And then we're actually just going to heal up this turn, because we're getting a little bit low on health, and we don't want to have the archers take us down. And we're going to take out the archers first, as since the boss is a mage, he actually still hits armor when the archers go straight to health. So we're actually going to take the armor. We would prefer the armor damage over the health damage, as it puts us, we can actually take more with the armor, as it goes armor then health, than with the archers, which go straight health. So we're going to go 3 hits again, and then freeze. See if, so we almost killed him, so this time, or this next turn, we should be able to kill him. So there we go. We have killed the goblin, or first roaming monster. So these are going to be crucial, as they drop customization chests, which are a great way to farm gold in the game. But right now we're not going to be able to defeat all the roaming monsters we see, as they are level 10 is the lowest level, and we're only level 13. So we're going to have to work a little bit more. So we actually got a duplicate, which is good. We're not going to dismantle it at all, so we're going to actually save those to work towards blue weapons. But we also have, it's just telling us we have another weapon. Okay. So next up, we're going to try to take out, we're actually going to use, no we're not, we're going to save it, because we just got a scroll that's worth 3000 XP, but the thing is, we don't want to use that, as the fact is, we can only get our heroes as high level as we are. And most likely, if we use, say, example, the scroll on Titania, it will level her to max and waste some XP. But we can actually use her probably on the scroll on Wormwood to not waste any XP. So that we didn't waste any XP, and we got him to level 12, which is going to be helpful, as Wormwood is our next major strong hero, as we're going up against Militia. So in this, rage power is going to be huge. We actually brought in the wrong weapon, which you don't want to do. So this might be a harder fight than we bargained for. So if you do this simple mistake, focus on what your strength is. So since I've got the wrong weapon, I'm going to focus on using my gauntlet. So in this point, I'm actually not going to use Wormwood's rage yet, just because with the little amount of enemies, and the fact is I've almost already got one killed, I'm actually going to focus on protecting myself for the next levels. So we're going to continue to punch. Sorry about that, guys. So we're going to punch and work our way on to the next. Continue. So the one thing with this gauntlet over the other gauntlets is that you can actually use your heroes' base powers, and they actually charge the gauntlet. That does not occur with any other gauntlets, as they have different types of rage powers, and that's what separates each gauntlet itself, actually. So one gauntlet that you might hear a lot of if you watch other content creators is the Maverick Gauntlet. We're actually not going to use the Protect buff right now. We're actually going to use Wormwood, just from the fact we're full health. So you hear about the Maverick Gauntlet. The reason why the Maverick Gauntlet is actually so special is that its rage ability, the way it builds rage, there's a chance that if you crit someone with anything, like a weapon or a punch, it'll actually give you 20% of your rage thing. So meaning that at full max, you can actually charge your rage power in 3 turns, which is crazy, or 3 action points. At high levels, that can be very strong, but we're not at that stage yet, so we're going to be focusing on just using our gauntlet 2 of the way it's good, which allows us, when we have 2 base power heroes that heal, to just constantly keep using those to heal up, to build our rage. So I'm just going to continue to apply the protection buff, as it allows us to take less damage from these guys, as we're just trying to get through the stages. But if you're in need of if you're in super need of health, I would actually just recommend just using your base powers at this moment, just because the rage is good to use for healing, but the best is always using your bases as they come up, as they charge every time you hit. So in this sense, we actually have such a tanky front line that I'm not really strong against except for my punch. So I'm going to use Wormwood right away to take out that back line. This is going to be crucial, as if I can take out that back line before they can actually do any severe damage or heal the bear, it will make this fight 10 times easier. As we see, the bear is very, very tanky. So we didn't kill all the backline, but the one thing is we have the acid effect on that backline, which is actually going to kill her before she gets her poison power off. So now that I'm taking big amount of damage from the bear, as the bear is a strong character at this, or strong enemy at this point, we're going to use both our heroes to heal up, which also builds our rage. So we're going to continue to punch. And then with the bear, Wormwood's not strong against him, so we're just going to use Titania's normal Lunar Light again, Lunar Light to heal up. So that's actually going to probably heal us full way, and leave us with 1 more action point, so we're going to punch again. So that was the bear's strong ability, or rage ability. I don't know if it's a rage ability. Basically, his ability was, it does a lot more damage and has the chance to stun. So we're going to try to take him out before he gets to use that ability again. In this sense, since the bear is so low, and I know that Wormwood's ability has that aftertick, I'm going to take the chance that if the bear doesn't die to his normal, the damage it does, it will die to the acid like it did. So that is that level beaten. But with that, we actually unlocked a new part of the game that's actually going to be very useful for when, as I said, we got duplicates. That is going to be the forgery. In the forgery, you can take certain level tiers of items and work towards the next tier. So we'll go in there for quickly, and I'll show you, for example. If you come into equipment, we have the blinking. So in here, we could actually put these weapons in here to transmute to get a green of those types of weapons. But we're not going to actually do that, just from the fact that we want to have all 9 types of weapons first before we actually do that. As the fact is, it's better to use your duplicates or ones that are not as strong to then transmute. So we're not actually going to be able to fight because we need to level up, which means we're going to have to find ways to level up. So this is what I was actually kind of worried about going into this, is dealing with the leveling factor of fighting off Lord Highguard. So we're not actually going to be able to fight Lord Highguard today because we're not going to actually get the level in time. Meaning that we're going to have to actually clean these, focus on these conquests off camera, and so on. Because going through all these fights would make the videos extremely long, which I'm trying to avoid. So I'm going to see if I can make it where we can actually do a transmute for next episode, but we're gonna look at actually no, we are gonna do a transmute. We're gonna see if we can no, we don't have a transmute. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to debate what we can do. Basically all we can do is focus on these conquests. That's all I can think of. So we're going to focus on try to clean up, try to get our area, or Highguard complete so we can get these XP to work on the next level. So Cult, we're just going to bring Wormwood and Titania, as they're our two strongest healers, and we're gonna go in here with this. Once we finish this conquest, we're gonna actually just go ahead and finish our dailies today, and then I'm gonna be doing more work off camera, as I don't want to bore you guys with some of these longer fights. So if you guys are struggling with any type of fight or hunt, let me know in the comments, or come to my stream and let me know, and I can actually show you guys how to do them, either on this account, or if they're farther along in the game, I can actually show you with my main account as well. So we're just going to straight after the guys, try to kill them as fast as possible before they actually do tons of damage to us. The reason why I'm not really focusing on the rage is I don't have a hero that is strong versus cult that'll do tons of damage to these guys. So I'm just going to go straight after them, so we're not letting them sit while because our sword does a lot more damage than our gauntlet does at this time. Oh, and I'm just going to do a little bit more updates after we get out of here, because I just remembered a few things that have happened off camera. So there we go. That is that conquest that we cleared. So we actually leveled up to 14, so we can actually go ahead and go back to that other conquest and do it. So we'll do that before we end the episode. But I'm going to show you something that we actually unlocked off camera. I by accidentally opened a chest, and we actually unlocked Dvalin. Dvalin is actually a very good late game hero, as his abilities do poison, which when you're going up against enemies with low amount of health, it does a lot of damage because it skips the armor. Oh, sorry. So in this, we're actually going to prepare for this fight a little bit more. We're going to level up our gauntlet. Since we're going to be building our rage a little bit more in these future fights, I'm going to do punch damage, so that when we're building our range, we're going to be doing more damage. And then we're going to come in here and upgrade our armor as well. We're also going to look if we can level up our weapon, which we cannot, but do we have the hunt? No, we do not have a 3-star, so we'll actually quickly try to 3-star this one, if we can beat it. So I see a bunch of undead, so we're going to bring a Nara, and we're also going to bring a cult weapon, just so we can hit both sides of the thing. We're going to try to 3-star this so we can use it to level up our weapon. So we're going to go after the cult guy first, because I know I can guarantee kill him, and then we're going to try to see what kind of damage we can do to the undead. So we're going to see if we can actually kill him on this turn. So with that, we actually are. The reason why is the undeads are built that their armor they have a ton of armor but low amount of health. So once we get through the armor, we actually know we can kill the undead pretty quickly. So we're going to punch through his armor, see what kind of damage we can do. So since we're at the stage where he's almost out of armor, we know that this turn we will kill him as his health is really low. So now we're on to the final level, where we have a bunch of mix of cult and undead. Actually, we have a full undead lineup. This is good because Inara is strong versus undead, and her burn does tons of damage. So she might actually wipe out most of these guys. So she left, if she didn't kill them, she left them with little bits of health. So we're going to actually just go ahead and take out as much health or armor as we can, as the burn tick will kill most of these guys. So if it's not killed, we're just going to punch, and there's a 3-star for Inara's hunt. We're going to go ahead and collect the rewards, and we're going to quickly raid this so we can actually get these bars. In that hunt, we actually unlocked a minion for the arena, but he's not a minion that we're going to really use, as he is one of the weaker ones. So we're just going to focus on raiding the hunt to get the volcanic bar or vulcanite bars. Also, the fact is collecting a Nara to level up her skill or stars is very important, as her 4-star ability is very good, as it provides. Actually, no, that she does not. Her 4 stars good, but not as good as some other ones. So we're gonna come in here and look at this. So it's in the blue, but the thing is, we can come into our militia weapon, and since we just got a bunch of those bars, we should be actually to level this up a few times. So we get to level it up twice. That's actually going to significantly give our chances better, and with the wormwood, it puts us over the top. So if we come in here, it's going to talk about our minions. We'll show that off some other time. We'll go in here and fight. So in this fight, I'm actually going to try to take out the militia as fast as possible. So I'm just going to swing at him. And since we got him out in one turn, I can focus on building my rage on something that won't do as much damage, and also something I'm not too worried about. So again, I'm actually going to go after the beast this time, because I know he is a squishy squishy enemy, so he's low amount of health. But the thing is, with wolves, they do a lot of damage. So we're going to continue to punch. We're actually going to swing, because that's going to do more damage, and we actually have a full rage meter. So now we're at 2 very tanky enemies. So we're actually going to use wormwood, and we're going to focus the militia one. The reason why we're going to focus the militia is the fact that we are strong against them, so we're able to get them down quicker. We're going to want to take out the damage, any damage possible on this, because with the high levels of health, if we just let them stay there, they're going to do damage over time before we can actually kill them fast enough. So if we look, the militia tank should actually die there. So there we go. Now we're going to focus on the beast, and we're going to heal up. With the beast, our punch is going to do more damage to the armor, just because the punches get boosted effects against armor. And there's the bear's special. So with the bear not being weak to militia, our rage ability we're actually going to use on Titania to heal, because I know the bear will do tons of damage if we don't heal. So we're going to finish out the fight here. So we got the bear stunned, actually, which is really good. Not going to do any more damage, so we can continue just to punch. Rage ability, we're going to use wormwood, just as the bear's low health. Acid ticks can do helpful damage, and so on. So he's actually going to die before he gets another attack, so that's very helpful. So we're not actually going to get to 15 to attack Lord Highguard for today's episode. So we're going to focus on that in tomorrow's episode. I'm sorry that I delayed it, but we actually unlocked a pretty crucial thing of the forge. So I'm going to see if I can prepare things to forge tomorrow. And then we're also going to work on collecting the mines, as they are also helpful. So thank you guys for coming and watching today's episode. I know it's a little bit of a scramble, but I'm hoping tomorrow's episode I can actually plan a little bit better, but I'm sorry. I've been just feeling a little bit down, sick a little bit, so hopefully you guys are not, and you feel safe, or you're safe, staying healthy, and staying home, self-quarantining, and staying safe during this global pandemic. It's your boy, AOS Parrot, and I'm out.